morning. Children, as you all know that we have finished, I have given the synapse of the lesson 2 of English, right? So today we are going to start. Okay, I'll be reading the lesson and you all guys open your English textbook and look into the book. I'll be reading then explaining you all again the same story. So I am Lemuel Gulliver, a doctor by profession. So we are talking about a man. Who was he? Gulliver. Gulliver was a doctor. Okay, who he was? Gulliver was a doctor by profession. But he was a very anticipated man all the time. As I already told you that he was always loving to travel here and there. That too by sea. I am Lemuel Gulliver, a doctor by profession. What's his full name, children? Lemuel Gulliver. Due to my love for traveling, I decided to go on a voyage across the world on a ship called Antioch. So, what was his love towards? He used to love traveling, and he was always anticipated to travel all over the world, especially by the sea route. So he traveled by the sea in a ship called Antioch. What was his ship name? Antioch. So the journey, see, the ship sailing on the water is known as voyage. The journey through the sea is known as what? Voyage. Okay, the journey on the sea. So see, I'll start and explain you all again. I am Lemuel Gulliver, a doctor by profession. Due to my love for traveling, I decided to go on a voyage across the world on a ship called Antioch. So what Gulliver decided? He wanted to go throughout the world on a ship. Ship name was Antioch. And the journey which he started was a water journey. Water journey is known as voyage. So while sailing in the South Sea, our ship was wrecked by a terrible storm. 6 of us survived and tried to sail to safety in a boat which was capsized very soon. So what happened? So these guys started a voyage they have taken the Antioch and they have started their voyage. But what happened? There was a big storm in the ocean waters. Then what happened when there is a storm in the ocean or sea, all the bigger ships, even the crews, will be capsized. Capsizing means overturning. The boats and the bigger ships will overturn due to the force of the water. When the bigger waves rise into the higher level and whatever the objects are coming in the between, these are the nothing. These size and shape of the objects are nothing in front of the bigger storms, and this force, due to this force of the waves and storm, the objects, that means whatever the ships and boats are there, they will be overturning, killing many of the people. Same thing happened with the Gulliver's ship as well. So many of them have died, but 6 of them survived. 6 of us survived and tried to sail to safety in a boat which was capsized very soon. So what they have done, they have taken the boat, okay, lifeboat, and even that have capsized. That means even that have turned over and thrown these 6 guys into the water. Struggling for life, we were thrown at the mercy of the sea. Struggling for the life, they were thrown out of mercy, means they were just swimming, and they reached the seashore. I was sure that my end was near, but it seems that God had some other things in store for me. Here, Gulliver is talking, children. He was sure. See, when we are facing such a dangerous situation, even we are not sure that we are going to be safe or not. So, in this situation, Gulliver was also thinking in the same way that he was about to die. But God is there, right? God will be helping each and every one. So, God was having some other plan for them. When I could could swim no further out of weariness, my feet touched land and I became unconscious. So when he was swimming, when he reached the land side, that means seashore, he became unconscious due to the tiredness. When they swim, when the people swim continuously without giving a break, they will be tired, right? When we continuously move our hands and legs, our body will become tired, right? And that too in the water will be feeling very tired very early. So when he touched the seashore, he felt unconscious. That means he was not at all conscious. Conscious means what, children? Being awake, knowing everything. Unconscious means just falling asleep completely without knowing. That means our brain stops working little bit. Means it will stop little bit of working. Its functioning will become little less and we will feel very tired and we will fall asleep completely without knowing anything whatever is going around us. I found myself lying on the seashore. I tried to get up. I gained consciousness. I found myself I tried to get up, but I found that I couldn't move. My arms and legs were tied with cords to pegs planted into the ground. Even my hair was tied in the same manner. All I could do was to stare at the sky and cry out for help. So what happened when he woke up? That means when he had opened his eyes, he has seen that his head, that means his hair and his completely body, the hands and legs were tied up to the ground with kind of cords, like wires, bigger, strong wires, cables, cords, or ropes we can call. So his both hands and both the legs as well as his hair were tied with one rope, a cord type of ropes, and they were planted in the pegs, means a kind of a bigger nails, children, to which these threads are tied and that nails are planted into the ground. When I think you guys all are familiar, when they put up the tent in the functions and all, they will be tying the rope of the tent to the poles, I mean bamboo poles, or else they will be stretching the tent and they will be tying to the one bigger nails, right? There will be kind of a nails, these type of which will be digged into the ground. I think everyone have got the idea what I am talking about. So these pegs were completely drilled into the ground and this boy, the gully or the man, was unable to wake up, get up from there. Instead, he cannot do anything at that time, right? So he was just crying for the help and he was staring towards the sky. When he was lying on the ground, he can just see the sky, right? He cannot move here and there, and he was continuously seeing towards the sky and he was crying loudly. So just as I was wondering that what must have happened, I felt something moving on my legs. So when he started wondering actually what happened to me, why my hands and legs are tied, when he was about to know this one, when he was curious to know this thing, then he felt something was moving on his legs. Some object was moving on his legs. I lowered my eyes when I saw made me gasp and say, why, it's a human being, barely 6 inches tall. This tiny man held a bow and arrow. So when he just lifted up his head and he sat down, then he saw a human type of a man moving on his legs with the small man was having an arrow and a bow. You know what is arrow and bow, right? So the smallest man, he was about 6 inches. 6 inches means, do you know, children, what is that with 6 inches? As I already explained you all in the synapse, 6 inches means, see, these are 3 inches. And another 3 if we add, it will become this much. So this much size man was moving on his legs. What he was having with him? Arrow and a bow. Okay? This Gulliver was thinking, oh my God, this is a kind of a human, but he is such a small in age, in the size and in the shape. Then why is it? Because see, we will also feel very shocked and astonished, right, by seeing such a small person. When we see the short guys only, we will be like, feeling like, at that time we will be laughing like anything. right? You are shorter than me, and you guys, mostly you guys will be making fun of your friends who is shorter than you. So, but whereas Gulliver is so tall, and this man who was moving on his legs is only hardly 6 inches of height. So now there were 40 similar creatures behind him climbing on me. They were gradually moving upwards. So what he has seen, there was not only one single man. There were about 40. Similar to that 6 inches man, there were about 40 people who were trying to climb on him. He was lying there, right? So Gulliver was lying, and these 40 men were trying to climb because they are only 6 inches, right? 6 inches of height, and they are trying to climb to the Gulliver. They were thinking that he must be a beast, because Gulliver is like us, he is a normal person. But the little persons who are there, they are not normal. Means they are human beings, but they are some other kind. Okay, they were trying to climb on Gulliver. I yelled in astonishment and struggled to free myself. Yelling means what? Shouting, help me! Like that. So in astonishment in the shocking manner, in the fiery type of thing. So he was just yelling to free myself. That means he was like pulling the cords, like please help, someone help me to free with these all things. Now seeing this, the little creature cried out, Hekina Diggle. So when they heard, the little creatures heard Gulliver was shouting like a beast. That means for the little guys, he is a kind of a beast only, right? When they saw the Gulliver was shouting like a beast, they will even shout. They shouted in their own language. What was the language? Hekina Diggle. They have some words, a kind of a smaller word. They were saying, they wanted to say something, I think. So they said, Hekina Diggle. They moved back in fright. Suddenly everyone moved back. Oh my God, he has such a big sound. They were thinking in this way. So the next instant, hundreds of tiny arrows, sharp as needles, hit my body. So what happened? They were very much afraid by listening to this Gulliver's sound, and they immediately, these all men, the 40 men, not 40, they were many, more than 40. According to Gulliver, they are 40, but they are more than 40. So all the 40 men were having bows and arrows. What they have done? They have they have left their arrows from their bow. So hundreds of arrows came and struck all over Gulliver's body. So they are very tiny, right? So people are very tiny, and you think how much of the size will be the arrows? Hardly about 1 inch. 1 inch of arrows. 1 inch of arrows piercing. Piercing means going inside, digging inside the body of Gulliver. Do you think something will happen? Nothing will happen. But it will be like someone is piercing a small soft safety pin on our skin. When we get hit by the needle or safety pin, we will be feeling ouch. Yes or no? When we are bitten with an ant also, though we are very big and ant is of a small size, though it is biting us, being small, even though we will feel like completely disturbed and we will feel ouch, what is this? Some ant have bitten me. So even the Gulliver have felt the same thing. He was like, ouch, what's happening here? All over hundreds of arrows were pierced into his skin. So next what happened? Hundreds of tiny arrows, sharp as needles, hit my body. I was too weak to fight them. Therefore, I thought it wise to lay still and stop struggling. So, see, when so many of arrows were piercing in his body, he was unable to fight back because first of all, he was very tired. He swam so many kilometers in the water and came to the seashore, right? So, first of all, he was very tired and he was unable to fight back to this arrow. So, what he thought, it is better to lie down silently and these arrows are not going to do anything to me. He thought, and he just laid on quiet like that only. The moment I decided to lay still, the arrows stopped. So when this Gulliver decided to just silently lay down still means like that only. So the men all around him stopped bowing the arrows to him. Soon an important looking man approached me. I couldn't understand what he spoke, but his constant repetition of the word Lilliput made me aware that I was in a strange place called Lilliput. So at that time when he was silently lying down and these guys stopped going the arrows towards him, a strange man. That means one of the man have came up and he was trying to tell something to Gulliver. What he was trying to tell, continuously he was repeating something, Lilliput, Lilliput, Lilliput. Then this man, Gulliver, doesn't know what is Lilliput. Then finally he understood, I think I am in the strange place called Lilliput, where the people are very small in size and I am normal but they are abnormal, but these guys are thinking that I am abnormal and I am a beast kind of creature. He thought it that way. I communicated with him through sign language. As I was hungry, I pointed towards my mouth to make him aware of my need. So as he was laying still like that only, he was hungry at that time. He was very tired and hungry. So he cannot tell anything to that man, those people, because he doesn't know their language. Right. So what he did, he was just pointing towards his mouth. He was just opening his mouth. And the people around thought maybe this man who is lying on the ground, he might be hungry and let us give some kind of food to him so that he will be getting the strength and he can talk to us from where he came, why he have come, these all details he will be giving to us. Okay children, till here in the next video I will be saying what happened to the Gulliver. I mean after that, did he ate the food or did he ran away from them? Okay children.